Hey guys, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Andrea, and I'd like to ask for your help in creating a little Christmas video um, for women in sport. I'm hoping and asking for you to share this with all of the strong, powerful female athletes that you know so that we can bring a message together for everyone and every woman involved in sport about how to love and appreciate their bodies. Um, we live in a world that is super obsessed with the aesthetic, our shapes, our body composition, what we look like. I think we're all really, really lucky in triathlon that there's less of a focus on this, but there still is an element of women struggling to be comfortable in their bodies and to make peace with themselves and holding or trying to hold ourselves too small, not eating enough, using restrictive diets, using exercise as a form of a control. And the message I'd like to bring to everybody is about how we should be striving to be strong in our bodies and loving our bodies and to let go of the rules and control and to learn to trust ourselves. I've had my own issues with eating, thankfully not while I've been involved in the sport of triathlon. I'm sitting on my gym floor here. You can see we have the bikes up on their trainers behind me. I'll keep this short because it's all about everybody else's message, but I really understand the struggle with eating. I had an eating disorder when I was in my teens. I ended up in hospital at a critical weight. I didn't like it there. I ate my way out. Eating disorders or anorexia was dealt with like the dark ages back then. I even had injections and things given to me that I don't even know, and I should know as a pharmacist now, but I have no idea what happened to me. My parents did their best. The medical system had no way to understand things, and I think for the rest of my life I embarked on a journey to get rid of this, to learn to love myself, to start to feel comfortable in my body. And I've learned to understand why this was the coping mechanism that I used as a child. I'm super, super sensitive to people, to feelings, to emotions, to the world, to everything. And it was my way of wanting to run away from feeling everything. So I thought if I just keep making myself small, I'll be out of the way. I won't feel things. I won't be letting people down or creating all of these emotions that I thought was my fault. But it broke my parents' heart. So you have to get yourself a little bit bigger to make people happy. And then the trouble with bulimia starts. And actually that is, of the two, I feel the more difficult to treat and the more invisible to everybody else, because you can be of a completely normal weight and size even on the big side, even on the smaller side, and no one will understand the battle that is raging within. And I think there's many reasons. I think overwhelm. I think a massive appetite to be more powerful and stronger and to nourish and love and to be accepted. But an inability to feel comfortable with that, and it becomes this backwards and forwards and a lot of conflict, emotional clearing, an expression of the words that we're afraid to say or can't say. But I think I was so curious about why was I going through this that I always strove to heal one little bit more day by day. And thankfully, I'm in a great space and I'm learning to be more comfortable in feeling the world, and I'm definitely learning to be more comfortable in being strong. So I would love if people, especially athletes, gave a message here that, and hopefully we can find someone who's a whiz at tying all of these videos together, that will help women feel comfortable in themselves and to understand that to be a woman in sport requires being strong. It requires nourishing yourself. It requires loving yourself, or we run into trouble. So if you can give your small words of advice, or want to share your story, Let's see if we can reach out and help women to feel more comfortable within themselves and share a message that it's good to be strong in many ways. And strong has many meanings. It can mean vulnerable. It can, whatever way you want to take in it. I'm going to shut up now because I really want people to add to this, and hopefully we can string it all together and get this viral, I guess. Not something I've ever done, but let's try. Love you all.